inside on a daily or a weekly basis. Third dimension of relationship is with other people, which if you are married, the other most important person would be your marriage partner. And that could pose some other challenges. If you're newlywed and you're young, then it's only later that you realize, yes, I was stupid then. Yes, the way I thought about her. And maybe she also thinks sometimes, no, yes, I could have treated him differently. It is also true that if you are married, but you are not complete in yourself, in that dimension of relationship, and you find not being complete in relationship with him, that you will just bring that brokenness to your partner. Hurt people hurt people. Our scenarios hurt us. If we can realize that if we synergize with one another, if we come together, if we become one, especially with your husband or your wife, and you can become one with that person on all levels, sexually, emotionally, intellectually, in terms of the vision for your lives, in terms of how you treat the children. You don't have to agree all the time. We can't get that right. So let that go. But for most of the things which are really important to you, if you can synergize, get together, start to create that oneness. And how the heck do we do that, Nico? Well, what comes to mind is forgiveness. It's not the only thing. It's just another immediate thing that came to mind, forgiveness. To forgive one another, as often as forgiveness is demanded. Forgiveness. In forgiveness, we are set free. You're not doing the other party a favor. You do yourself a favor. In forgiveness, you are set free. Is forgiveness easy? Yeah, of course not. Why is it so difficult? Because we forgive exactly those that have hurt us, those that misunderstand us, those that do not love us, those that do not have grace for us in the way we are. That's why it's so difficult to forgive. But forgiveness is definitely not an emotional experience to start off with. If you can just draw that distinction. To think you must come to that place where you're inspired to forgive and then you will be able to forgive. You will not get there. But if you act on your will and just decide, listen, emotionally I'm still angry with him, or she still upsets me about that, but I'm willing to forgive. I'm willing to set her free, as if she needs to be set free. I need to be set free. That's why I forgive. You know, we've got overriding thinking that controls a lot of other thinking. Well, that's what I believe. I used to be a psychologist, so you learn a lot about that. I'm not one anymore. I'm a life coach now. But in psychology, they teach you about how overriding thinking can control so much of the other thinking in your brain, in your mind. One of the strong overriding thoughts that I embrace and practice every day of my life is let it go. So I would get into a very stressful scenario and I would want to control this because I needed a certain outcome. And then that overriding thought of let it go comes in and this dissolves. This is not as important as I thought it should be. Because it causes stress. And it causes me to become that control freak that wants my way and have it done this way. But if I can remind myself, and I do in the beginning, if you go down this route, if you say let it go 1,000 times a day to yourself, that might not be enough. One gets fit in cultivating very good, profound, awesome overriding thinking or thought patterns. Now it comes automatic. When the guy with the taxi just drives in front of me, I just think, let it go. It's not worth the effort. 6 months ago, I want to take, I don't have a revolver in my car, but if I had one, I would just get rid of this. Can't let it go. Want to control it. This is not right. This is not the way it should be. Now let it go. Yes, sir. Have some space. You know, in the body, when you experience stress, it could happen within a split second. But what then happens, the mind secretes certain things, certain hormones, certain juices into your body that takes 17 minutes before it is gone again or worked out of the body. So something can happen now that upsets us. We can be in a very placid, peaceful state, and something can happen that within a minute we're like totally aware, either ready to fight or flee. But now your brain secretes that stuff, and that stuff goes into your body, and 17 to 20 minutes later only will it be gone. Now you might find yourself going through a day that first thing in the morning it happens. And then you carry on, and 5 minutes later there's another secretion of all that stuff. So the 17 minutes is now extended. The next 17 minutes started. And then 10 minutes later another thing happens. Okay, another 17 minutes for you. And then 10 minutes later something, you're the lucky winner of another 17 minutes of all bad stuff being secreted into your body. You never get out of that state. You're like this, but you're not even aware of that. You don't even know it's happening. When you go and sit down and come back to yourself, you realize, ek is eintlik moeg. Vaderland. Never thought I'm so tired. It's then that you realize your body had to take some punishment today because of the way you think. If you can employ let it go, or whatever words you want to use, let me tell you, that will serve you well. It's part of the puzzle I'm building for you, ways of thinking to deal with whatever we have to deal with. Let it go. Let it go. Now, to bring it in terms of relationship with other people, that whole thought of let it go, in relationship with other people, it's called forgiveness. I let you go. It's not really like that. I let myself go from you because you're hurting me. You're keeping me bound, even if it's just by the way I think about you.